we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sowing and Reaping YouTube channel. We're going to do a quick recap of the show I was just on called The Non Sequitur Show, hosted by the one and only Steve McRae, in which I had a good old fun old time over there. A couple of little things happened over there that I wasn't necessarily expecting, but I think I handled it okay. There was a lot of Non Sequitur Show fans watching, but then there was a lot of trolls watching too. And some of the trolls actually got into the room. Some of them are like, what was that guy, Hannibal or Monty? I'm not 100% sure, but from the Hannibal and Monty show, he was there. I'm starting to understand this lady, Ann Kennedy, was there. I think that's who that was. Jules was there. Obviously, they didn't want Steve to know who they were. I made sure to tell him afterward. But for the most part, the show was fun. I have no complaints whatsoever, but I am going to address some of the things that actually happened on the show. We're gonna put it with the whole, atheists are hypocrites. Well, the reaction atheists are hypocrites narrative that we've been building on this YouTube channel. But again, everyone, welcome to this Sowing and Reaping YouTube channel. Now, first of all, shout out to Veckel and the other Christians that were watching. I know you got your laugh on. I know a lot of you were just telling me to go get them and do all these other things and whatnot. But, as Veckel says, an atheist is just going to be an atheist, and atheists are going to behave the way they behave. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? I don't expect them to act a certain way. I mean, to act like normal people. But I want to just go over some of these topics that we talked about on the Non Sequitur Show. I'll put the link out there for some of you to join if you want. But I'm going to make sure I say what I got to say first, because if I don't, I will never get to say what I want to say, and there will never be any clarification. So first and foremost, on the topic of women, I want to get to this right now. Some people believe that I believe that a woman's place is in the kitchen, and that I believe can't even say it with a straight face. Some of them believe that I believe that a woman's place is in the kitchen, and I believe that their place, and that they need to make babies. The only people, if you really pay attention to who I tell that to, I tell that to the people who are being outright disrespectful to me. Some lady came in here talking about some F me and all this other stuff when I had to shut up and all this other. Oh, we can just shut up and go make me a sandwich. Go make me a sandwich. In the hood, we say sandwich, but I'm just going to say it properly, sandwich, on here or whatever. But I was basically being disrespectful and told her to get up behind in the kitchen and stop talking to adults like that. You know what I mean? That's basically what I was doing. But in reality, any woman that's ever met me will tell you I've been nothing more than a gentleman. You know what I mean? So, don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. I do believe that there are roles for men and that there are roles for women. I'm not into this, women are men and men are women garbage that's going on today, where these men refuse to be men anymore. Like I said, if you want to see these women be hypocrites, don't take care of the kids and watch what this. Oh, you're not a real man. Excuse me, in your worldview, what is a real man? As a matter of fact, that's one of the things I like to ask these atheists on YouTube. What exactly is a real man? How do you feel about people who use those kind of statements? You know what I mean? Especially if you live if you're a minority and you got a scenario where you got a father who isn't taking care of their children. I would love to know what you mean when you say that a person is not a real man, or he doesn't take care of his responsibilities. What exactly is his responsibilities? Maybe all he wants to do is eat ice cream all day and cry about how somebody didn't want to date them, like you women do or whatever. You know what I mean? So, like I said, and then don't forget, Drag was on my channel yesterday talking about there was 64 different genders. Absolutely hilarious. So anyway, you'll notice that the only people I say that to are people who are being outright disrespectful to me. Like Burnt Toast got on here and said I was homeless for like the 150th time. I don't look homeless, but she says I'm homeless. She says I'm penniless and I don't have any money. Okay, I don't have any money, but then how am I taking care of two adults? That doesn't make any logical sense to me. So they come and they say these disrespectful things to me, and then they think they're not going to get owned afterward. You know what I mean? So I thought about it. Should I sit here and just go over the full 2 hours of this girl's vivid imagination? Or should I just pick out a couple of things and just say something about it? And that is precisely what I did. I put her back in her place. I put her in the kitchen. I put her in the bathroom, which she should be, because she clearly has no, she has no room to be talking to a person like me like that. You know what I mean? So that's just how I am. If you meet me in person, I am no different, and I won't bite my tongue on the topic. I am not a fan of feminism. I'm just not. I believe that these women that hold to strong feminism are the biggest hypocrites on the planet. First, a man should never hit a woman, but a woman can hit a man. But there's never a situation where a man can hit a woman. Thank God I have my Bible and I ain't got to follow none of this nonsense. But a man can't hit a woman, but a woman can hit a man. No, they shouldn't hit each other. Then how are they equal? Like you can't even make an argument on how we're equal like that. Now I can take my Bible and I can say that we're equal, but we have different roles in the relationship, whether it be a relationship between mom and dad, the relationship between you and your woman, or relationship. And everybody keep going out there saying that G-Man don't got nobody and all the other mess and whatnot. Like I said, you guys can read the funny papers all y'all want. We in the real world, we deal with reality. Okay. For those people that want to deal with the reality, I think a lot of you know better, but a lot of these people out here are just cuckoo, and don't know what they're talking about. All right. So the bottom line is, at the end of the day, these people, the only reason they want to know any of this, so they can be nosy and they can do to me what they did to Shanny and Rev. Except me, you know, I don't know. I just think I'm different. You know, I think I'm the type that would have this kind of stuff happen to me. I'm like, you know what? Do I got some money here? Yeah, who needs to pay rent? Do me a favor, find out who this person is, where they live, so I can tell them to go shut up in person. That's the kind of person I am. You know what I mean? I'm not putting up with that nonsense. I'm just not. I'm not one of them people that you want to play with like that. And that's me being honest. Imagine all the Looney Tunes that don't tell you they're like that. Think about that. You don't know who's listening to you. You don't know who's watching you, and you don't know whatever. You know what I mean? But again, on the Non Sequitur show, yeah, that lady came in here being outrightly disrespectful and then had the nerve to come in my room and tell me that her feelings were hurt, that she was hurt by what I said. Her feelings were hurt. Not even considering my feelings when she told me to shut the boink up or whatever, right? Who the heck you think you are? Yeah, how about you shut up and get in the kitchen? That's my attitude. But anyway, we also got into some conversation about, like, you know, whether or not we was on the moon. I'll put the link out there. You guys can come in here and join. We can talk about that and what was said on the Non Sequitur show. I'm gonna put the link out there. If you're a Christian and you are watching, getting your laugh on, you can come in here and you can mention that too if you would like. But the reason why I constantly call these, particularly the reaction people, I'm not really talking about Steve McRae, and I'm not talking about the other guy I was talking to, because I think for the most part, when it was just me and him, people see how I am when I'm not dealing with trolls. When I'm dealing with adults and we're having adult conversations, we're okay. Notice it always becomes something else when you get the intellectually inferior people coming into the room who only know how to start trouble. And that's it. This is how it is. And I prove that every single time I go somewhere or whatever. So their big secret plan, I think, was to come in the room and go, you see, this is why nobody should talk to G-Man. The G-Man don't know how to know. That's not what happened. You see, when you have people having serious conversations or adult conversations, and you're trying to find out how people think and what they believe. And by the way, shout out to Godless Girl, who actually showed up in the stream. I'm actually cool with Godless Girl. Godless Girl hates stupid atheists. They don't like atheists she doesn't like atheists that don't know how to debate. And believe me, there's a lot of them out there. And Godless Girl would have creamed any one of those people that normally watch his YouTube channel that went in there. Steve McRae is not as easy as some other people. Steve McRae actually knows the arguments. A lot of these people that's following, you know, Baldylocks on the other channel over there, Dragnut, the people that are following him, they don't know how to debate worth a lick. They really don't. They don't know how to present anything. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to act. They all act like they're on sugar. They all act like they suffer from hyperactivity or whatever and eat their Ritalin or whatever. They don't know how to behave, and it's because of the leadership that they're following. I mean, you are who you follow. And I guess that's what it is or whatever. But I think the whole goal was, why did you invite G-Man on here? Why do you care? That's what I want to know. Like, why do you care? And why would these hypocrites actually come on there just to dog pile on me? Oh, I know. I know exactly why they came in here to dog collar me, because they have no life. That's why. It's as simple as that. They have no life whatsoever. But anyway, the link is out there. I don't want this to be a what do you call that? I don't know. I don't want this necessarily to be a because I'm going to be on a non sequitur show again. I'm going to be on Steve McCrae's show again. I'm going to be going on a lot of channels now that I could care less about what the trolls think, and I've proven my point that a lot of these trolls are just not worth taking seriously. Okay, because in the beginning when they were doing what they were doing, they were just trying to take all my subscribers and take everybody that was watching me. Now that everybody knows who these people are and the illegal activities that they practice and the things that they do, I don't think anybody particularly cares about them no more. So now I'm free to promote my YouTube channel. And believe you me, I'm going to be very busy doing that with anybody but the reaction people. They've been on here boasting and bragging. Like for the life of me, I got 38 people, maybe soon only 10 people or 5 people watching me. Maybe I'll have 2 people watching me. Who knows? How the heck you go from an audience of 700 live viewers, 700 live viewers, 700, to take time out of your schedule to talk to a guy who can barely get 30? That's how you know I live rent free in these people's heads. I just don't know. Ain't that right, Drag? What do you think about this, Drag? I couldn't agree more. I definitely couldn't agree more, man. I could not agree more. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I ain't a whole lot to say. I didn't have much of a conversation. I couldn't finish talking about the book of Genesis, which that guy Mark clearly didn't read. As a matter of fact, I'm just wondering how much self-control it must have took Godless Girl to just sit there and listen to this guy try to form an argument. He didn't even know how to form his own argument. Basically, in order for his argument to work, he needed the portion about God being a all good God. He couldn't prove that God wasn't logically feasible because he knows what's going to happen in the future. That's stupid. The most you can do is say that he's contradictory, you know what I mean, in his nature, you know what I mean. But to say that he doesn't exist, or that's the reason why you shouldn't believe in a God, that's ridiculous. And every time I tried to point that out, I noticed that they repeatedly tried to switch words, change words, equivocate. They tried to gish gallop and do a whole bunch of other things to stay off topic, which is what they got to do in order to stay competitive in the conversation. You know what I mean? And it's not just me. I'm not special. They do it to Veckel. They do it to a whole bunch of people on here when they know full well they don't know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Again, just because God knows what's going to happen in the future doesn't mean that he's logically okay, because his argument was, why would God set you up to fail? How does that prove that he doesn't exist? There are human beings that that set you up to fail. Are you going to tell me that they don't exist? That's stupid. You know what I mean? But these are the kind of arguments that these people make to try to try to justify their atheism. I'm sorry, from where I sit, there is no justification for atheism whatsoever. When you look at creation, when you look at yourself, when you look at your children, for crying out loud, when you look at anybody or anything, okay, we know that an intelligence was involved in that. When we look at a watch, yes, I'm gonna use the watchmaker argument. When you look at a watch and you look at the different parts and how they work together, that didn't just come magically together by itself. When you use your computer didn't make itself. An intelligent being made your computer. Don't give me this garbage that we don't have an argument for an intelligent designer, which would be God, as opposed to your argument that we all came together by random chance. You can't do that. You can't do that. There is no justification for atheism. Without God, you can't even make sense out of morality. I can't believe this guy was trying to sit there and trying to make an argument on the naturalistic sense for murder. No, let me help you out on this. Murder is wrong across the board. There is no fictional, hypothetical example you're ever going to come up with where murder is good. And even the murderer, the person who's actually doing the murdering. And by the way, let's look at the definition, the difference between killing and murder. And by the way, it's funny because years ago, when this argument first came up, I got this argument from this guy named Johnny. I forget his last name, but he's an ex-Muslim who became a Christian. I don't think he's a Christian no more, but he was a Muslim that became a Christian. But actually, I think he is a Christian, but he's part of Christendom that I don't agree with, or whatever, I think, or most of us don't agree with. But there's a difference between killing and murder. When you kill somebody, you can be legally justified for doing that. Murder is never justified because it is the unlawful taking of another person's life. They're not the same thing. So when we're talking about murder, the definition of itself should tell you that it's wrong across the board. For an atheist, they can't tell you why it's wrong. All they can do is give you their personal opinion. I, on the other hand, can say that the moral lawgiver told me that it's wrong and showed me why it's wrong. And that's a lot better than, well, in my opinion. But then the atheist is going to say, well, God's opinion is that murder's wrong. No, everything started with him. He's the author of life. He is the God of the living, not the dead. All right. And since everything started with him, he can tell you why murder is wrong. There is never going to be a scenario. Listen to me. There will never, ever, 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 ever be a scenario where murder is good. It is wrong across the board, just like rape. And I asked that question on purpose. When I was talking about godless girls, I said that. Give me an example where it's okay to do it. They couldn't do it because it's wrong across the board. You need a moral lawgiver in order to have that kind of mentality. An atheist will say that something is wrong, but without God, that's just your opinion. You're an imperfect human being still learning in this world with only a teeny bit of all of the information in the entire universe. You don't even got 1% of all of the information in the universe. You're like a speck of nothing in the grand scheme of things, going around talking about God like as if you know what you're talking about. You have to be a fool to outright say that there's no such thing as a God. I'm sorry, you just got to be. All right. So, any questions in the comment section? Because I know that these, I already know the deal. They're not going to come in here because they're under orders. They believe by coming in here, they're helping me, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. Does anybody have any questions? Because y'all honestly think I care. I don't. Let me see. Nobody got no questions here. Let me see something here. What Billy on? Who's Billy? Tell Billy to click the link. How about that? Click the link. There you go, right here. There's the link. Todd, if you ask me when I'm dropping your dish wrap one more time, dude, I'm gonna block you and then I'm gonna release it. Matter of fact, you probably want to be blocked. I'll tell you what, Todd. Hold on a minute. I can oblige you. Hold on. No. As a matter of fact, I'm not gonna block you. I know what I'm gonna do. Blocking you is a waste of time. I'm not gonna do it because you'll just use a sock account. I know what I can do. Okay, so here we go right here, guys. Here's a link if you want to come here and ask questions about the non sequitur. Now, Todd was there. Todd came in here, and his big question was, G-Man, when are you going to make my dish wrap? When I'm ready. Next question. I mean, it's what it is. You know what I mean? There is a difference in the quality of the people that you talk to, okay? There are some people on here that are just on here for attention, and that's it. Burnt Toast, when she makes her videos, Burnt Toast is there for attention. That's it. She don't got nothing beneficial to say to nobody. Okay? When Dragnet goes live, Dragnet is going live for attention and to make some money. He has nothing beneficial to say. When the Geek Room goes live, they don't have nothing beneficial to say to nobody. You know what I mean? They don't have anything. Oh, the racist is here, guys. This is the guy who hates black people. The Jewish guy who hates black people. Just want to put that out there to let everybody know he's here. And you remember what his best friend said yesterday? He didn't care about the racist joke that this person said. Remember that. So a lot of you are probably wondering, well, G-Man, why do you care about that then, right? The reason why I care about it is, then why do you waste your time coming to me saying, G-Man, well, when are you going to say something to Shanny? Wait a minute. Hold up. Dragnut just said that he doesn't care about racists. And he doesn't care about what was racist. Because when Shanny started the whole N-word thing, I was her first victim, and Drag thought it was funny. Remember what he said yesterday. Why am I not to be friends with Shanny again? I'm just curious. And I don't think a lot of you uneducated people out there understand these things. You know what I mean? One day, I believe that some of you are going to start thinking and you're going to understand that. But anyway, let me get Monty. Monty. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Oh, you came on the non sequitur show and told me that actually, let me quote you down. You said that I would be attacking your family if I did that, huh?
Yes.
Let me see something here real quick here, because I haven't been on Hannibal and Monty's show in a while here. A minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on 1 second here.
Go for it.
Because I got this whole thing about people being hypocrites and everything and whatnot. Are you trying to tell me not to get personal with you? Yeah. That would be a bad thing to get personal? Tell me something. Did you get personal with Shanny and Rev?
No.
You didn't?
No.
You don't. Okay, do you support people who get personal with Shanny and Rev?
What do you mean by support people?
Support them, like, I don't know, hit the like button, visit their channel, talk well of them. Tell me something. As a black man, how do you feel about Dragnut coming on my channel, not caring about Shanny calling me the N-word? How do you feel about that? And before you think I'm going to mute you, here's my hands. Go ahead.
No, back up. Before, like, you just jumped 3 different topics, dude. You like to talk about.
All right, let's stick to the first topic.
You like to talk about gish galloping, but what did you just?
Let's talk about the first topic.
Let's stick to what we're talking about.
We're not debating though. Let's talk about the first topic.
No. You can't pick and choose, bro.
No, we're not debating. We're just talking. So
okay, let's talk.
Let's like the first people. Thing, then.
Don't ask me.
Do you believe that it's cool to get personal with people?
It depends on the situation. I don't know.
Let me give you a little bit of advice, sir. Okay, and just like a Drag and some of these other people on the internet, if y'all don't want nobody getting personal with you, then maybe you shouldn't get personal with other people, because if you do, then like, okay, let me put it to you this way. Every major city, not every major city, every state in the union has a city where you got people in there that just don't care, right?
Okay.
I happen to be part of one of them states, and I'm part of one of them towns. Okay.
Okay.
My thing is this, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know how you grew up and I don't know what your upbringing is. Okay. But don't you think that people that get personal with you, they kind of deserve people doing the exact same thing to them? Don't you think that?
No, because I'm not a vindictive shit.
I got to disagree with you there, sir.
No.
Because every last one of you are trying to get Shanny for Christ to hang herself, and you're trying to get Rev to hang himself.
Oh, I am?
Trying to get them to commit suicide. I talk about them so much.
Pause. You said every last one of you. I am?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, tell me how.
You too.
Oh, tell me.
I didn't forget about GTV. GTV didn't just magically disappear.
God. Well, then tell me, please.
I didn't forget about that.
Please, give me your wisdom on how I want Shanny to do some shit.
No. Tell me something. What is the purpose of you guys constantly talking about Shanny and Rev? And they're not even on YouTube anymore.
I don't talk about Shanny
and Rev.
I don't talk about them until they say my name. They mentioned me and I talked about them.
How do you feel about the people that you support, like Drag?
No, G-Man, stop it. Respond to what the fuck I just said.
Sir, on GTV, I didn't care about the cussing and everything. On this channel, I care very much.
I don't give a fuck about your rules. Boot me if you need to.
Oh, okay. Then I don't care. Then I don't care about you coming in here. You're gonna act like an adult, or you're gonna be gone. And no, I'm not gonna block you, but I am gonna kick you. All right. This is a quick rule, few rules, guys, for you if you're gonna come in this room. If you come in my room, there is no cussing. Now, watch this. I want y'all to remember what the argument that was made on Genesis chapter 3 as we go through this, because when atheists are usually told not to do something, what do, guys? We learned this throughout the years. They keep doing it. Remember now, Christianity versus atheism. Respecting people not respecting people. Remember that, okay? If you're in here to talk about your rap, don't waste your breath. What else is going on, Todd? Do you have anything else going on in your life besides wanting my attention?
These nuts.
What else? Anything else?
These nuts.
Nothing else?
These nuts.
Why do you support a racist?
These nuts.
Tell me something. How you feel about Drag saying that he didn't care about Shanny calling me the N-word?
These nuts.
So you don't have anything to say about that?
These nuts.
You're a supporter of Dragnet, right?
These nuts.
You're a supporter of this guy right here, right? Do you have anything intelligent to say?
These nuts.
That's all you have to say? So anyway, I'm just going to mute you and continue with my show. So anyway, so guys, basically what I'm trying to say is that these people get mad at you when you try to. These people get mad at you when you call them hypocrites. You know what I mean? And they're literally doing the same things. They're literally doing the same things. They're literally doing the same things, guys. That they're literally doing the same things that other people that they're doing to other people. They're attacking Shanny and Rev's Cash App. They're attacking Shanny and Rev as a person. They're attacking them where they live. They want to get their kids taken away and all this other stuff. And then Monty had the nerve. He had the gall. You better not talk about my kids. Not only will I do it, but I'm going to do it with a smile on my face. Tell them to stay off of YouTube. Because the last time I checked, you guys said anybody that shows up on YouTube is fair game. The last time I checked. Y'all got to make it up. Yeah, you guys got to figure out what you guys mean by that. You know what I mean? But anyway, Todd, I appreciate your words of wisdom, dude. We all knew you was stupid to begin with. So, I mean, like I said, it's all good. And just for that, Todd, I'm going to make my rap about a little bit, so I won't be making one about you. All right? Till you grow up. All right? But again, I enjoyed my time on the Non Sequitur show. It was different. It felt good to talk to somebody who actually knows how to debate and knows how to talk, as opposed to talking to Miss Parker, who's trailer park trash, talking to that whore, Burnt Toast, talking to old man Todd, talking to Dragnet Silvis, who thinks racism is okay and acceptable in our society, who think scientist Sam, who believes that racism is acceptable in our society, and all the people in my chat that support Dragnet, scientist Sam, and these people who think that racism is okay in our society. Now, what they're going to sit there and say, gee, man, you allowed Shanny to use the N-word on your channel. You're right about that, and I shouldn't have did that. You're absolutely right about that. Let me ask you this. What's your excuse? What's your excuse? Oh, you don't have one. So I'm always going to be a bigger man than the atheist community. I'm sorry. It's just how it is. You know what I mean? But like I said, it is what it is. Again, Mark brought up an argument, and I want to talk about this now because Todd actually came in here and proved the point. You remember when God got blamed? He made the argument and said that it was God's fault for evil existing in the world. That's basically the argument that he was going to make. He was going to use a problem of evil and that stupid nonsense that's been destroyed 100 billion times or whatever, right? So he basically saying that if God knew that Adam and Eve was going to sin, then it was his fault that sin existed because he put the tree in the garden. Now that actually goes directly against what scripture actually teaches, because the Bible says that God is not the author of sin. What God does is he tests people. It's not the same thing as tempting people to sin. That is what the enemy does. And if you listen to the atheist arguments, every argument that they make is directly against God. There are no arguments, including the devil. There are no arguments, including Adam and Eve, and the fact that they made a decision to disobey him. And every time you come up with a naturalistic argument that does not involve God, they want to play pretend like society works, where people don't make rules and then people break them. Because if God was wrong for making rules, then human beings are wrong for making rules. They're gonna sit there and say, "Well, that's not true, G-Man, because God is all-knowing and human beings aren't." That's a lame excuse, because human being, and this is why they gish out and everything, during the show when they did. because they know that this is an important point. All right. A mom and a dad both know what these children are capable of doing, yet they still leave knives around. They still leave lighters around. They still leave all these things laying around. And they know that these children will possibly pick them up. I like what William Lane Craig said. William Lane Craig said that one of the reasons why that tree existed in the garden, and this is actually true. This is the real truth, not that nonsense you heard coming out of the troll's mouth on the show. And that is because there needs to be a measuring stick to show whether or not man loves God. See, God knows everything. I don't. The angels don't. There has to be a way to be able to determine if man loves God, right? The Bible tells us in 1 John chapter 5, verse 3, it says, "But this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments aren't grievous." This is the theme throughout Scripture, from the book of Genesis to the book of Revelation. Okay, it teaches us that this is the love of God, that that we keep his commandments, and his commandments aren't grievous. Right, now follow me here. Adam and Eve had an opportunity. They could choose to not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, or they can choose, they can choose not to do it, or they can choose to do it. The serpent came in, tricked them into believing it was okay to do it. They will be equal with God, knowing good and evil, or they will be like him, knowing good and evil. And they decided to disobey him and eat from the tree. That's the part no atheist ever brings up. All they want to do is God, 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 God. That's all they do. Think about this a minute now. If that's true for God, then you as a parent should be blamed every time your child goes out there and murders somebody. That's your fault. When your child doesn't do well in school, that's your fault. And obviously, we don't think this way in our society. But it's only when you start debating atheists that they start arguing like this. And to me, it's a really dumb argument that is devoid of any real logic and doesn't have any reason attached to it whatsoever. It is poor at best. What it is it is excuse making by denialists who just don't want to be held accountable. See, these same atheists will tell you that human beings need to take responsibility for the things that they do. You can't make that argument in a moral argument and then say that everything is God's fault. For example, in the Bible, rape has happened in the Bible. Was that God's fault? Murder happened in the Bible. Was that God's fault? The Israelites was enslaved in Egypt. Was that God's fault? When does man take responsibility for the things that they did? Tell me this. When Rev was when Rev did what he did that made all of you so angry, was that God's fault or was that Rev's fault? Last time I checked, when I watched y'all YouTube channel, y'all said it was Rev's fault. You said it was Shanny's fault. The only reason you're bringing up God because you don't want to be responsible and you don't want to admit what we already know about you, that you know that God exists. You just suppress the truth about him in unrighteousness, because without God, no atheist on the planet can make any rational or logical sense out of their Candyland worldview. They can't do it. They can't do it. If they could, they would have made the argument by now. I don't believe in God because no one's ever provided evidence. That's a lie, and you know it. The moment when I say, well, have you heard of the presupposition argument? Of course I heard it. Then shut up then about there being no evidence. Have you heard about intelligent design? Oh, just shut up then about there not being no evidence. Have you heard about answered prayer? Oh, yes, I have. Then shut up about there not being no evidence. Have you heard about the complexity of a cell? Oh, yes, I have. Then shut up by saying that there's no evidence. Evidence is presented all the time. The problem is that most atheists lie and equivocate and try to change the definitions to what evidence actually is. What you have to do when you're debating an atheist is make them define their terms. Oh, you want evidence? Exactly what does that mean? They hate it when you do that. They don't know how to tell you. Some of them will tell you that God's got to show up. That's not evidence. That's not evidence. That's just him showing up. And we're talking about evidence. And one of the ways I like to do it, especially when I was on S.J. Thomas's channel, you got to think of a crime scene. right? And you come into this room and you see all these different things that happen. It's a real detective, not these fakes on YouTube that call themselves atheists. A real detective is going to go in there looking for fingerprints, shoe prints, blood samples. They're going to go in there, they're going to look for hair samples. They're going to try to figure out, the way they were trained to figure out what happened in that room, how the crime actually happened, where the bullet came from. That's how you investigate. And when you find a fingerprint, even if you don't know who it is, when you find that fingerprint, that is evidence that a person was there. We don't know who it is yet, but we know that there's a fingerprint there. When we see the shoe print, we know that somebody with that particular shoe print was there. Don't give me that garbage that there's no evidence for the existence of God. When we go into the Big Bang and you claim that there's no such thing as a supernatural, and we say, where did the original matter come from to create the bang? Where did it come from? Where did the energy and the matter come from? Well, scientists don't know. Give me another alternative. Be honest. For once in your life, be honest. Give me another alternative. Is it possible that someone outside of time and space caused the bang to happen? Is it possible? And if they say no, what they believe is religion, because now they can't prove it. You understand? They don't want to have these kind of discussions. And the reason why they don't want to have these discussions is because they have a lot of these atheists, their minds are made up already. They don't want to believe that God exists. They have to come to you saying that, well, if you provide me evidence, then I'll believe. That's not true. That is an old game that these atheists play. They're not looking for evidence. What their goal is to deny, frustrate you, and get you to believe that their proposition is true without providing you a shred of evidence for their claims. And that's what I was trying to do in a non sequitur show. But you can't do it when you're in the middle of talking and people interrupting you. You can't do it when trolls are coming in and trying to change the topic. They can call my arguments archaic all they want. I don't see none of them beating it. Like I said, it is what it is. And I'm going to tell Todd something. Todd, by you coming in here and saying whatever you said when you came in here, right? When you came in here and said what you said, by having Monty come in here and say the things that he said when he came here, you just validating what I'm saying. Let me tell you this. Why is it wrong for me to talk about Monty's kid? Well, in my opinion, no one cares about your opinion. I have my opinion. My opinion is nothing wrong with doing it. No, I'm not saying that's my opinion, but I'm just arguing right now, right? So if his opinion is that you can't, and my opinion is, who's right and who's wrong and why? An atheist can't tell you why. You want to know why? You want to know why? Because atheists build their morality on thin air, on nothing, on their own personal opinion. It is not based on anything solid or substantial. You have to know these arguments intimately before you can actually talk to another person about it. You know what I mean? So what happens when you have an atheist that goes out there, ladies and gents, right? What happens when you have an atheist going out there telling you that you're a horrible person? Because atheists do this all the time. Have you ever heard a good deconversion story on why atheists left religion? The reason why they left religion, according to them, and I'm to this very day, Afro-humanist is a liar, Miss Parker's a liar, Dragna, every last one of these atheists are lying, and I'm gonna prove it to you. Okay, they sit there and say, "Well, I don't like how Christians judge other people." You're an atheist and you do that every day. You obviously have no. Oh, I get it. You don't like when Christians do it to other people, but you do it every single day. As long as you're doing it, it's okay. If Christians do it, you got a problem with it. Like I said, you guys don't got no good arguments for being atheists. You will never have any good arguments for being an atheist. A lot of your arguments are just stupid. You haven't thought them out. You haven't thought them through at all. I like it when Rebuke and Reprove comes over here and calls you guys nothing but a bunch of liberals, and you guys try to make everything political. I like it when Beckel comes on here and say that you guys are morally bankrupt, because it's true. Why is it wrong to murder? It's something that we got to think about. The death penalty, should it exist? Yes or no? The death penalty, should it exist? Is the death penalty something that is necessary? Is it evil? Is it not? Why is it evil? Why is it not? I support the death penalty. I believe that if a man goes out there and takes a person's life, then their life should be taken. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I believe that rapists should get the electric chair. A lot of people think I'm a bit extreme with that, but I'm keeping it real. I believe that rapists should get the electric chair. It will even be hung or shot at firing range. I believe that the consequences for some of these crimes need to be so extreme that it sends society a message that we're not that society is not going to put up with those things. Whereas I had Miss Parker on here again, she's low hanging fruit. And she comes on the channel, and what did she say? I don't think rapists should go to jail. So what do you think, they should thrive? Well, I don't know what should happen to them. Then she gets on here and lies about being raped, and that should tell you about the quality of the person that you're talking to. You understand? This is not a person I desire to have a serious conversation with. Dragnet brags about, for example, about going to school, getting his degree. He has a job. He feels important because he finally got a full-time job. Congratulations, Broke Nut Silvers. You've accomplished getting a job mode. Right? Says he's important. Says he doesn't have time for losers. Yet, according to him, I would be a loser. Shanny would be a loser. Rev would be a loser. D-Roy would be a loser. And yet he spends hours, sometimes 4 to 5 hours talking about us. That's not a person who's important. That's not a person contributing to society. That's not a person that's doing anything with his life. You understand what I'm saying? So when atheists make these claims about people, people got to understand something. All they want to do is destroy, and they will lie, cheat, and steal to do it. They don't care about credibility and all that stuff. They would just straight up lie about it. Now, if I'm wrong about this, I'm going to go on a live chat, and somebody's going to have all of these powerful arguments on why I'm wrong about what I'm saying. Oh, what about this? And what about this? And what about that? A lot of people saying, G-Man, you won't listen concerning Shanny and Rev. I've been listening since day one. You guys haven't said nothing. I've been listening since day one. You guys haven't said nothing. Nothing. This is what you did with your time. Hee. Ha, ha, ha. That's what you do with your time. That's what you're doing with your time. When you say something worth listening to, I'll listen to what you got to say. When I went on Berto's YouTube channel and she made the claim about the Jimmy Dean, I didn't believe her. Why? Because in my mind, people like her, low-hanging fruit, just lies all the time. And I don't want nobody to be offended. If you ever meet me in person and I'm agreeing with you and laughing with you and believing the things that you got to say until you tell me you're an atheist, I will stop believing every word that comes out of your mouth after that. Because my experience of being around atheists is that these people are habitual liars. They don't know how to tell the truth. I don't have any positive experiences with atheists telling me the truth. Not in public. But anyway, let me see what you guys got to say here in the live chat. I'm talking too much. I don't drink, so if I'm quoting the drink, that's what I'll find out. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do none of that stuff. So let's take a look at the last 10 comments that was made. And let's see the quality of people watching the show right now. Just to prove my point. That's my point. That is my point. Nothing to say. If I sit there and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to open my mind up. Maybe I'm wrong for even helping Shanny and Rick. Maybe I'm wrong for that. Even if I said that, you have to be educated enough to know that, okay, this is my one chance to change G-Man's mind. Let me put a serious video up. You think that's going to happen, guys, with this audience? No, that's not going to happen. Okay. And like I was trying to tell Drag yesterday, I said, because Drag talks about how important he is because he's got his job making $29 an hour. I don't know if people are aware of this. Maybe in Texas they're not aware of this. But if you go to New York, you can get a job at Wendy's for $21 an hour. I don't know if you guys know this or not. You can be a cashier and get that. Get $29 an hour. $29 today is basically $15 an hour before inflation. I don't think a lot of you understand that. Okay, Drag, I'm talking directly to you, dude. You say you made $29 an hour. If I was working, if somebody called me over to fix their deck or the fix their wall or whatever, and they told me $29 an hour, I would be insulted. $29 an hour today is $15 an hour. I don't even think it's that. It might be $12 an hour before all of this COVID stuff started happening. Or are you not paying attention to all of the? And by the way, I would like to get y'all opinion on this. By the way, on the increase of the food prices, on how transportation is going up, gas prices are rising, although in many places they're starting to go down. To buy a generator, my God, them things are expensive right now. A brand new one, a good one, they're very expensive compared to the way they were post COVID or whatever, or pre-COVID or whatever. I'm getting tired, guys. I'm sorry, but people will be $29 an hour is not a lot of money. It isn't. Like, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to rent in Scranton. In order to get one bedroom, to get a 1-bedroom apartment, you better have anywhere between $1,200 and $1,300 in your pocket to get a decent apartment. And I ain't talking about no roach infested apartment. You need at least $1,300 in your pocket in order to get a 1-bedroom in Scranton. To rent a room out there, you could be charged anywhere between, I'm talking about a little room. You can be charged anywhere between $500 and $800 for a room. I know somebody who drives trucks who make $30 an hour, and they're complaining about how much everything costs. So cut the nonsense, Drag. You ain't impressing nobody with that. This is how you should conduct your life, Drag. You should be like, I went to school. I got my degree. I'm going to do my passion. I'm going to work with this in this scientific field. I'm going to help out society by doing this, this, and this. Scientist Sam doesn't even do this. Scientist Sam does this for his ego and because his rich parents helped him get it or whatever. It ain't because he gives a hoot about anybody. I'm very happy I was able to prove to Drag last night that he is one of the most selfish people I've ever met. I think, and I meant what I said. When he has sex with his wife, he yells his own name. I really believe that about that dude. And then sometimes occasionally Scientist Sam's name, but that's a discussion for another day. But the bottom line is that he's a very selfish, egotistical narcissist. That's what he is. And when he speaks and when he talks and when he exerts his energy, we expect him to behave like that. I don't expect Drag to be to love his neighbor the way he loves himself. I don't expect Drag to love his enemies. I don't expect Drag to have respect for other human beings. I expect him to be what he is and to be disrespectful. That's what I expect from him. When Todd came in this room and said all of that stuff, that's what I expect from him. I don't expect Todd to come in here and have an adult conversation. I don't expect Todd to come in here and say anything worthwhile listening to. When Monty came in here, I expect Monty to come in here and use foul language and behave the way he was behaving. I expect that out of him. I do not expect an atheist to come into the room and have an adult conversation with somebody that they disagree with. I don't expect that from them. Monty has a lot in common with Shanny for Christ. Okay? When Shanny gets mad, Shanny uses racial slurs. When Monty gets mad, he supports people who use racial slurs. Okay? One other thing I noticed about Monty, when Shanny gets mad, she cusses. When Monty gets mad, he cusses. Very interesting. Also, something else. I noticed that when Shanny gets mad, she attacks people. When Monty gets mad, he attacks people. They seem pretty similar. Now, the only thing that we don't know about how he takes care of his kids, because, you know what I mean? He's never going to put that on YouTube. Hopefully he has a brain and he never does that, especially while I'm on here. You know what I mean? But Monty, I suspect that me and you got a lot in common. I think you believe in not sparing the rod, and I think that you're that kind of person. You can't be that much of a diva. That's for sure. That is for sure. And the drags from Alabama, I'll give him credit. Maybe at least he does spank his child. Who knows? Give me a break. So I can always know who's a supporter of drag. When drag is on somebody's channel, drag is always talking about how somebody's not pronouncing their words properly. Right? Remember this now. He's an important member of our society. He actually acts like an elitist. One day when I get Vaughn on here, we got to talk about that, because I think drag has a lot of the traits of an elitist. Think about this a minute. He puts people down who don't pronounce their words properly. He puts people down who don't spell their words properly to his liking. He puts people down who people down because they don't make sentences that he likes. In fact, he puts anybody down who he doesn't like. More importantly, drag, you can't get mad at Shanny for putting other people down who don't got no money when you're doing it yourself. Even though your religion teaches you that G-Man doesn't have any money. And I laugh every time I hear you say that, dude. Every single time you say that, I laugh. I laugh. The Christian church laugh. Especially the people that I donate to that you know nothing about, because I make sure they don't say nothing on YouTube. My family laughs, and believe me, quite a few of them are your subscribers, and they laugh at you on a daily basis, dude. Or whenever you upload a video, because you say that many stupid things on YouTube when you're talking about me. You know what I mean? Especially back when I was living in that house. You said a lot of stupid stuff that you didn't know what you were talking about, dude. That's why I told him him meeting me in person wouldn't be wise. Because there's a lot of people looking for that dude. He just don't know. A lot of people out there looking for him. All right. Talking about his cousin. I saw a video on his YouTube channel and I saw this cop on one of these YouTube shorts that he had. I wonder if that's his cousin. I don't think his cousin could actually run with me longer than 2 miles. He looks so fat. Like I said, these people got a lot of mouth, man, but they talk too much. See, what drag doesn't seem to understand about our society today is that there's a lot of corrupt police officers out there. And I'm going to say this in public because I'm not afraid of his cousin. I know exactly what I'm going to say and what I'm going to do when I meet him. Okay? Number one, there's a lot of corruption in law enforcement. In law enforcement. They was literally just arguing defunding the police. Like, this is how idiotically stupid drag is about what's going on in our society today. I don't trust nobody in uniform. And I am justified for it. And I don't trust his cousin, because all drag does when he's talking about his cousin is, you better not come up here. My cousin gonna get you. You're gonna beat you up, G-Man. You're gonna beat you up. That sounds illegal. That sounds really illegal to me. You might want to stop saying that, you idiot. What do you think, drag? Do you think you should shut up, or you think you should continue? I don't know. It's just my personal opinion that I think that you should stop, because you're making your cousin sound like he's corrupt and he's taking money from criminals. That's what you make him sound like. Because you've done quite a few things on here that I know is illegal, drag. So stop it, dude. Just stop it. You sound like a moron when you do that. But anyway, guys, I had fun on the Non Sequitur show, and I am literally all over the place. But I couldn't have a conversation on here the way I wanted to, mainly because the trolls didn't want that. The trolls wanted chaos, and they got chaos. They can't blame me for that. Conversation was going just fine before they came in the room. Go rewatch the show. Go rewatch that show. When it was Steve, G-Man, and Mark, we were doing fine. It didn't become trash until the trash came in the room. Let me say this again. The conversation was going just fine until the trash came in the room. And when the trash came in the room, then the whole show turned into trash. Just keeping it real, guys. You guys are the biggest hypocrites on the internet. G-Man, you don't want me to have a good conversation on here, because every time I try to do it, you guys come in the room and you just throw off the show. That's not my fault. That's your fault. Yeah, I need to own up to the things that you guys do on the internet. Now, some people will tell me, G-Man, why are you wasting your time talking to YouTube trolls? Don't you understand that they're worthless? They don't care. All they want to try to do is ruin lives and destroy people. And I would say I agree with you. All they're good for is ruining people's lives and trying to destroy people. That's it. Once you got that label troll on you, it is extremely hard to get that off of you. Very hard. That's why I know Drag will never re-enter the debate arena again. Because I'm gonna make sure if he debates anybody that I know, bring this up, 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 especially about morality. I better never see him debating somebody about morality that I actually know. Said, dude, you the last person that talking about right and wrong. But it's not just him. BGTV disqualified himself. Miss Parker disqualified herself. That hooker burnt toast disqualified herself. The Geek Room is not even qualified to talk about this topic. You know, first of all, one of the hosts on here need to worry about how they deal with women before they talk about me or anybody else on the internet. Then you got the tatted Jedi who believes that life consists of this. How much can you bench, man? That's his whole entire life, guys. I'm dead serious. His whole life is, since I talked to him, is how expensive, how insanely expensive his computer is. Nobody's ever going to get nothing that expensive. And how much you can bench. That's his whole entire life. Drag's whole life is this. I made $29 an hour. I graduated college. He doesn't even brag about being in the military no more, because we all know he was doing dishes in the military. By the way, I got a funny video with that one coming up in the future. But he sits there and he does dishes in the military. And he's like, let me take your pulse. Let me take your pulse. Yeah, you served my country. You wasted our time and our tax dollars. That's what you did. Donna Murphy. Let me tell you something about me, Donna Murphy. What you see right now is what you're going to get 24/7 with me. If you ever meet me in person, I am like this in person. Anybody who knows anything about me, hold on a minute. Where is it? Is that the, yeah. Anybody that wants to know how tough I am, come and meet me in person. I had this one guy in New York challenging me to a fight, for example. He's a dragoon, like a lot of you are. And he was threatening, he wanted me to come to New York, he wanted to fight me. And when I was on my way to New York, one of our local YouTubers sat there and told me, you do understand who that is. I think it was Handyman or somebody like that or something like that. And it turns out he doesn't have no teeth. He has no teeth. And he wants to fight me. I remember when Gus, before I even knew what the guy looked like, he said he would get me with his MMA. I said, I better leave this guy alone. He knows MMA. Then he cut his camera on and they had to use a spatula to get him out the bed. The heck out of here. You guys got a lot of nerve to be doing all this talking. You know what I mean? Y'all talk too much. What you hypocrites need to do is figure out, G-Man's got a point. Why are we going out there judging all these other people when we do the exact same things ourselves? You're never going to make that claim about me. Never. I'm very careful about what I get on you guys about. Very careful about how I do it. And I'm a lot smarter than a lot of these atheists think I am. And I think they know it. That's why they don't try certain things anymore. They know they better be careful now. Or G-Man may pwn them and own them. Do it all night. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. What is your purpose? What have you done for our country? Oh my God, lady, I've done a lot of things for my country. I've done a lot of things for my country. None of those things are any of your business, but I've done a lot of things for my country. But none of it is any of your business. But you want to know what? I'm looking at your picture. You look halfway decent. You know what I mean? If you're a woman and not some dude hiding behind a woman's, because like I said, you never know these days. But If you want, I can take you out. Hold the door open for you before you start talking that nonsense. I'm equal to you. I can do everything you can do. And I'll make you regret saying that mess. Lubis says, what is Lubis? My boy Lubis. Oh, I'm sorry, my girl Lubis. Oh, like girly long hairy guy. G-Man, that's exactly what you do. No, it ain't. No, it ain't, compadre. Oh, Celebrity Juicer. Oh, by the way, Celebrity Juicer. I want to promote Celebrity Juicer's YouTube channel. Let me put this out here for you guys. Actually, Celebrity Juicer, I think you're funny. I'm going to give you credit. Because for you to be a troll, your channel is actually funny. I want people to see this here a minute. I made sure I subscribed. I'm going to subscribe again, actually, with this channel, too. Let me see. Celebrity Juicer. This is a funny channel. I tried to watch your channel without laughing, and I couldn't do it. Now, mind you, your channel is about Shandy for Christ. But let me show you why I thought your channel was so funny, Celebrity Juicer. And I'm being serious, because at least some of you out there got some talent. Let me show you something here real quick. Let me see something here. This is the Celebrity Juicer's YouTube channel. Guys, subscribe to this channel. I mean, they're making fun of Shandy, but at least on this YouTube channel, they try to be funny on here a little bit. This is an interesting little channel that's here. There's some interesting little videos on this channel that you guys might want to watch. So, Celebrity Juicer, you got a shout out from me. I think you earned it because you actually put some time and energy into making your YouTube product. Some of these other people too lazy to do anything like that. And don't get me wrong, I don't like Burnt Toast, but Burnt Toast puts effort into her videos too. Drag just put some boring old intro on. You know what I mean? And then gets on there and just stop every 2 seconds and bore us to tears. Lubis is like, G-Man, don't tell me what to do. Lubis, you do what Drag tells you to do every single day. And didn't he tell you not to come in here? Loser. You're not a real man. So anyway, somebody else left a comment here. Not sure who this is, but it's Fugu Estate 44XX. I don't know who this is. But it says, you like attacking other people's... No, I don't. No, I don't. I wouldn't have even known that unless Monty said that. But I know this. Every last one of you atheists in this live chat has been attacking Shanny and Rev's kids ever since Shanny and Rev got together. Whether you were doing it directly or indirectly, all of you are guilty of doing this from the very beginning. Preventing their parents from making money to feed those kids. And the only person that can sit here and say that they did anything for those kids is Wah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The church whipped the atheists behind. Again, like the 100th billionth time. And we're going to keep doing it. I'm just good at what I do, guys. I'm just good. Oh, you hear this here? Never. Those kids were saved. Excuse me. I was there when they wanted food and they couldn't get it because nobody could donate anything to Shanny because you guys false flagged her Cash App. Stop lying. I was there for quite a bit of what you guys did, calling CPS under false pretenses. I was there for a lot of stuff y'all think I wasn't there for. You need to stop lying, dude. You're going to get owned. Still got documents in here to prove y'all lying. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Shandy was flagged for scamming? No, Shandy wasn't scamming. She wasn't scamming. They literally got evicted. How is that scamming? They was asking money to, to pay their rent or to pay their utilities, and that's scamming? Oh, I forgot. You guys are listening to... I keep forgetting. You guys are listening to the nutty professor on the other side of YouTube who thinks he's a scientist. You guys are talking to the guy who doesn't care about people using the N-word while caring about people using the N-word. I don't know how that works. You guys are getting your information from Dragnut, who openly said he only cares about, who openly proves, not said, I want to make sure I correct myself, who openly proves that he's the most selfish human being in the world. There is nobody as selfish as this guy that I've ever seen. I don't even think he loves his own family. I think he stares in the mirror all day, fantasizing about how he can make himself better or whatever, how he can brag more on YouTube about doing absolutely nothing with his life. Like you guys are impressed. He went to college. He got a degree. And he makes $29 an hour. And so does a whole lot of other people. I know for a fact Gentleman Pioneer makes more than $29 an hour. And I think Gentleman Pioneer would hang himself if he made that much. I'm just saying. Now, I ain't gonna tell you what I make, because that ain't none of y'all business. I see what you guys do when y'all get information. You ain't getting nothing from me without paying for it. I can tell you that right now. I'm gonna make you work for information from me. I'm not Shandy and Rev. I'm not giving you no free nothing. I'm gonna make you work for it. Every now and then I'll throw you a crumb when I don't care about it no more. Oh, they're all proven lies. Where's your receipts? You ain't got none. Just like you guys told me that what's some of the things that you guys said about Shandy? Shandy don't bathe, right? That's what y'all told me. Oh, she bathes. I can confirm that. Some of you sat there and said that this woman weighed like 500 pounds. That's not true. Some of you said that she's not physically handicapped. Yes, she is. Some of you said, a lot of you guys say a lot of stuff, but y'all don't know what the heck y'all talking about. Shut up. Somebody says I sound jealous because Drake makes $29 an hour. No, I'm not. I make more than that. Y'all funny, man. Like I said, I live very close to New York. We get paid more. A lot more. So do me a favor, man. Go look at how much it costs to repair a roof. Then get back in touch with me, okay? You don't know what you're talking about. Did I watch her bathe? No, I didn't watch Shandy bathe. That would be disrespectful to Rev. And I didn't watch her bathe. No. Here's Todd. Remember that old guy that came in here and kept saying all that useless stuff? You don't even make hourly. You heard that, guys? You heard that? That's Todd's knowledge. This is the guy that came in here. You know, the guy with the gray hair, the old guy, the guy that's about to expire any minute here or whatever. You know what I mean? He came in here talking about you don't even make hourly. Yeah, uh-huh. Todd, listen to me, dude. You're probably going to meet Jesus before me. And when you do, Todd, just do me a favor. Let him know that we are waiting. Actually, you ain't got to. I'll tell him myself. But if you meet him in person before he throws you in the lake of fire, let him know that we are looking forward to his return. All right. Thank you. Well, okay. I understand the cost of living. Okay. Now you're starting to understand here, guys. Okay. You're starting to understand now. He's in Texas bragging to me about making $29 an hour, and I'm closer to New York. The cost of living where I live is a lot more than Texas. Do you understand why he's dumb now and why I'm laughing at you guys? I don't pay you guys any mind. I really don't. I stopped listening to you guys years ago. Y'all don't make no sense. Well, I'll give Drag that. He got me on the so issue. I have no response to that. He got me on the so issue. He got me. Dead to rights on the so issue. Dead to rights. Can't say nothing about that. He got me on that one. Can't win them all. Let me see. You hear that, guys? Todd, the guy who beat G-Man in the dish rap. In order for me to get beat, I have to respond, Lubis. This is why I don't consider you a man, dude, and I consider you a girl, because you don't even know how to argue. Well, actually, I take that back. This is why I consider you a girl, because you just dumb. I should probably start calling you a dumb blonde. I don't know. Let me see something here. We already understood minutes wage 12 to 15. Somebody said minimum wage is 12 to 15. Who told you I make minimum wage? Oh my God, you got who you guys get your information from? My God, Drag is an idiot. Drag told you I make $12 to $15 an hour. Drag's an idiot. Here's a legitimate question. Finally. Yee. Aren't you afraid she'll use up all of your money like she... Since you asked me a serious question, I'm going to give you a serious answer, all right? How can I put this nicely? Gotta think of a nice way to say this. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. That's why sometimes I laugh at you guys. Some of you been watching me for years. Y'all should know better. Y'all should know way better. No, all of my money is not gonna be used up. Because when I have enough, I had enough. Period. You don't work. Job is paid hourly. Why quote fingers? Jersey City isn't the same price as NYC. Well, duh. Oh God. Y'all talking about I don't get it. I don't think y'all get it. I don't think y'all get it. Hey Lubis, did you ever watch TNA wrestling? It was this guy called it was this wrestler. I know you know who Rey Mysterio is, make your culture feel all strong and whatnot. And I know you know who Juventud Guerrero is, right? Tell me something. Do you know who what was that guy name? He's hot, he's spicy, he's Slim Jim Man or something like that, I think his name was. Did you like him in TNA? He was a Spanish wrestler called Slim Jim Man. Did you like him? No, he was called Curry Man. My bad. And he was Hispanic. His name was Curry Man. Did you like him in TNA wrestling? Because you just got finished calling me that you're not me, black man, right? How do you feel about Curry Man in TNA? Don't worry, you'll be hearing all about it soon enough when I make my little video about you again, sir. En la prueba, la iglesia sigue caminando. Oh, gloria, aleluya. La iglesia sigue caminando solo corriente para predicar. En la lucha, en la prueba, la iglesia sigue caminando. Am I sure about that? Oh, I'm absolutely sure about that. Nobody's going to be spending up all of my money. It ain't happening. Ain't nobody going to be spending up all of my money. That ain't happening. Gray One says, if anyone will not welcome you or listen to you, shake. And I agree with you, Gray One. I agree. And then Gray One says this. He says, but if you warn a wicked man and he does not turn from his wickedness and his wicked way, he will die in his iniquity, but you will have saved yourself. I agree with you totally on that. That's why a lot of times when I'm talking to these guys, I say what I got to say, and then that's it. I'm not going back and forth with them. And they're wasting their time trying to convert me to their side because I'm not paying them no mind because I don't lost all trust with these people. No, I don't believe I'm a good person. I believe I'm a righteous person in the eyes of Almighty God. There are no one is good but God, and that's it. I believe I'm righteous. I don't believe I'm good. I'm not hateful. I just don't like atheism. I see what you people do to other people on a regular basis. What atheism does to people on a regular basis, it causes you to attack other people personally. And like I said, it's a trait that I don't want to follow. So it's not that I hate anybody. I just don't like atheism. I know atheism is making you people do these things. You're morally bankrupt pretending like you're a good person. G-Man pretty fly for a white guy. Oh, you just gave me a perfect video. I should get Brontos talking again and then have a Hacksaw Jim Duggan go, ho! That'd be great. Ho! Ho! That's going to be a great one for Brontos. Thank you for giving me that idea. Someone says, but love your enemies, do good to them, and lend to them, expecting nothing in return. Then your reward will be great. And that's what I'm trying to do with Shani and Rev. I'm trying to help them, and a lot of these atheists don't like it. They don't like the fact that I'm trying to help them. I'll help them too if they needed it, but they're gonna have to prove they need help. Because I'm not listening to no troll on YouTube. It ain't happening. No one's trying to convert me. Yeah, right. Let's see. Righteous people don't support child abusers. I don't support child abusers. See, the problem with a lot of these modern people and the way they go about wording their stuff, righteous people try to preach to sinners so that they get saved, right? You said in your statement, righteous people don't support child abusers. Okay. Rev did what he did. I'm aware of what Shani's done in the past. I'm aware of several things that you guys think I'm not aware of. But when I heard about what Rev did, why don't you ask him what I said I was going to do and what I ultimately did? But again, you guys don't know anything. So that's why I'm going to bring Rev on my channel one day. We're going to talk about it. Jason didn't want her to spend all of his money either, but she decided otherwise and took it anyway. Well, that's not exactly what happened. You guys aren't being fair. That's not exactly what happened. That's not exactly what happened. You should probably ask Rev to do a stream on his channel on the Real Revelation News and ask him what happened. But that is not what happened. That ain't what happened. Rev told me everything, and that is not what happened. It's something else happened, but that didn't happen. I want to be like Jesus. Only God can be good. I want to be like Jesus. Now we think you are aware of it, but just don't care. Care about what? Like I said, I'm in the ears of Shani and Rev more than you think. Like I said, you people assume a lot of stuff. Anybody who watches my personality here on YouTube should know better. Yeah, I should know way better. Yes, I do. I honestly believe you people are angry that I'm trying to give them somewhere to live. I honestly, listen to me. I'm not trolling. I'm not playing no games. I religiously believe you people are angry because I'm feeding kids and giving them somewhere to live. I really believe that. And I've never seen a group of people like you in a day of my life before. And I grew up poor. People like you, I would have ended up dead messing with you people. I'd have never got no food as a kid. I have to get permission to do that. There are certain things that was told to me in confidence that I can't tell you. But what the other person said up there is not what happened. Rev was pretty blunt about what happened, but that is not what happened. That's about maybe 14% true. There's a lot of other things that they ain't telling you on YouTube that you guys don't know. G-Man, how do you plan on paying off that? You guys are hilarious. Anyway, next question. The more you talk, the more you give away. No, I don't. I'm not saying nothing. All I'm doing is doing this. I'm repeating myself. I know exactly what I'm doing. So keep me talking. You keep hearing the same things over and over and over. Maybe you drink a lot of coffee and Red Bull, but when you get droopy eyes, that means you're tired and you should probably be asleep. Just trying to tell you, maybe you're like 10 or something like that and you don't know this. I don't know. She showed up at his house one day and decided they were dating at that point. He had no say in it. That's news to me. Let me see. That's what I mean. Those two are a couple. Whatever they do, they do. Let me see. And by the way, that's not true, by the way. Let me see. No justice, no peace. Let me see something. What did you say before that one? No, we think you are aware of it, but you don't. Okay. Now, where's the other comment about the things? Let me see something here about the things you just said, like child abuse. No justice, no peace. One day when I go into a room, I'll give you my opinion about all of that. Trust me, they heard it at the top of my lungs. They heard what I thought about it. You don't know what a lot of y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Boy, somebody by the name of Lucifer, Satan himself, right? Tells me I'm wrong. Next statement. Let me see. You want to be taken seriously, get a different name. You are constantly in their ears. Why do you keep paying for them even though they absolutely refuse to get jobs? You are constantly in their ears. Why do you keep paying for them even though they absolutely refuse to get jobs? I'll put it to you this way, because I have to be careful about how I go about answering this. Pretty soon they're going to have to. Pretty soon they're going to have to get jobs. And that time's coming sooner than later. No, G, man. They think you're stupid for doing it. Lubis, I think you're stupid for making this statement. Let me see. Because you're gullible, dude. Didn't you make them leave what used to be Jason's house? Next question. What Lubis said. I'm not angry at all. It's the adults that you support that makes us angry. Ma'am, just out of curiosity, or if you're a ma'am, I don't know if you're a sir or a ma'am because you're hiding behind an icon. You do understand that your Lord and Master was in my room yesterday, and he said he didn't care about his best friend being racist and didn't care about Shanny calling me the N-word. Do you really want to go there? I don't think you do. Yep, I take muscle relaxers whenever my back spasms. Sometimes I can't work sometimes because of my back. Matter of fact, right now, my back is semi-injured. I don't know if I'm gonna get a spasm or not, but I have ibuprofen and I have muscle relaxers. I only got like 4 left, but I only take that stuff when my back is to the point where I can't get up and move because I work really hard, and everybody in my family tells me that I need to be careful. And Shanny and Rev seen it with their own 2 eyes. They told me I need to be careful when I pick something up or when I'm doing something, but I'm hard-headed. That's something that you're going to learn about me real fast. I will pick up whatever, whenever I need to in the moment. I don't care. And because of that, my back is a little screwed up. And it's not just me. I got workers that work for me that I pay to do work for me, and their back has got messed up too. Model Citizen says, if you talk long enough. Listen to me, sir. I've been doing this longer than you. Not true. I'm not telling you nothing. I'm tired. I'm about to end the stream soon because y'all ain't talking about nothing. Oh, Vaco might think this is funny. Let me leave this there for a little bit. Hey, Vaco, if you're watching this, man, get your laugh on. He thinks you're the only person that talks to me. Like I said, you know, in the past, I used to get so bent out of shape when you guys got on YouTube and live. But then I thought about it and I was like, what if they actually got some truthful information? I don't know a little bit. So the last time I got some, they were all Puerto Rican. So I don't know. Maybe you could tell me more about that yourself. There's a whole lot of illegals from Mexico and Puerto Rico and all that and whatnot. So I mean, you would know more about that than me. For all I know, you're an illegal. Just saying. But don't worry, Biden's protecting you. You won't have to get legal papers or legal documents or anything like that. Because when Trump tried to do it, you all got mad and said we need to get him out of office. You support illegals every day, dude. You probably got 50 of them living in your home now. Don't like it when it happens to you, right, Lewis? What did they do? They had like 50 people living in the same apartment, all paying $10 a month. All right, let me see something here. Somebody say good night. Ho! Greenwood says good night. Am I Catholic? Absolutely not. I absolutely despise the Roman Catholic Church. And you think I don't like atheism? You wait until the Lord tells me it's time to start talking about the Catholic Church. You ain't see. Let me tell you something. The things I say about the Hebrew Israelites, the things I say about atheists, you wait till it's time to deal with the Catholics, particularly in history. I don't like the popes of the past. I don't like the Inquisitions. I don't like a lot of the things they did to us in the past and what they're attempting to do today. I'm not a fan of that at all. I got to be careful talking about Roman Catholicism. That might be the first time I actually cuss on here. I am not a fan of Roman Catholicism at all. I am not. Everybody swears I got this thing against the Hebrew Israelites. Well, I disagree with their doctrine. I believe that they're fakes and frauds. Don't get me wrong. I don't agree with atheism, but you guys have never. The only person that knows how much I dislike the Catholic Church is Evangelist Ken. Ask him. Go to his YouTube channel and type in the chat. How much does G-Man don't like the Catholic Church? I love it. Let me put it to you this way. I love atheism compared to how I think about the Catholic Church. I'll put it to you that way. I love atheism compared to how I feel about the Catholic Church. That's how it's going to look. It's not even close. I got this card here, guys. I want to show you something here. When I went to Dorney Park, it's right here. I might give this to I don't know, it's only like about $20 on that thing. Ain't nothing on that thing. I need more than some. I want to get those VR goggles where I can play the Vader Immortal game. That's what I want. I want them VR goggles. Oh yeah, like I said, you people think y'all know me on here. You don't. What you guys are, the people that you're listening to are imbeciles, and they don't know what they're talking about. I keep telling you that. Eventually, you guys are gonna catch on. There are things in life I don't like more than atheism. I can assure you of that. I'll put it to you this way: I would marry an atheist faster than I would marry a Roman Catholic. I'm sorry. Now let me be specific about this. I'm talking about a devout, hardcore, serious Roman Catholic. I want nothing to do with them. I'll talk to them in conversations and everything and whatnot, but I'm not that crazy about what they did to my brothers and sisters in the past. I'm not that crazy about it at all. All the all the inquisitions, you know what I mean, and then true Christians getting blamed for their garbage. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that at all. Tired, man. Tomorrow I gotta. If anybody want to meet me in person, I will be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania tomorrow. I will be at the the heck we're supposed to be going. I think we're going to the Franklin Institute, and then I'm going to be at Exton Mall. I'm going to be at the Franklin Institute, and then we're going to be going to Exton Mall afterward. But that's not in Philadelphia. That's somewhere else in Pennsylvania. But I'll be down there tomorrow for about 8 or 9 hours looking for the Hebrew Israelites in Philly. Okay, there's a question I would like to answer. What's my proof of my deity? You already know that God exists. You just suppress the truth about him and unrighteousness. You would stop actually acting like this. That faith isn't a good measuring rod. And you start actually walking around here and actually accept the things that you see, you'll understand. For these people to tell me I don't know how to spell, give me a break. I need to go to bed because I gotta get up early. And I don't know what time. I gotta catch this train. I will say this though, and I'll say this publicly. All of you already know that I financially support Shani and Rev. The bad news is that's about to come to an end because some stuff I'm not going to talk about on YouTube. The money is not the money to constantly deal with that isn't there no more. Something came up and I got to deal with it. So you guys are gonna have to give me about a 4 or 5 week break because I have to get a minor same day surgery. So I'm not gonna be able to work for a while. I got to break the news to them tomorrow. I have to get very minor surgery. I might not even be on YouTube, so I'm not doing the G podcast on Monday. I might be taking off the G podcast for 2 weeks, and then I'll be back on there again. So Lupus, you're so stupid. What's this comment at? That's not the comment I want. Where's Lupus? I'm tired when I can't even keep up with this chat. It's because you're finally sick of it. That's it. No, that's not the reason. That's not the reason. In order for me to take care of them, I have to work. If I'm not working, I don't have the money. I have a lot of bills. I have a lot of bills. I got more than that nonsense that Drag got, that's for sure. I got real bills. Let me see. G-Man, why are you letting out this person? I'm not telling you nothing. All you guys are going to do is go to your YouTube channel and speculate. Well, that's all you guys are going to do. You guys are going to speculate. Y'all don't know nothing about nothing, please. The information you guys think you got, I can go get off of Google, please. Stop it. And aside from Shani talking too much, but other than that, that's it. You should claim SNR in your taxes as dependents. What the heck is SNR? What is SNR? What is SNR? Oh. You know I'm tired. Shanny and Rev. Now you think about it, that's actually true. Hmm. I'll look into that. Thank you for that advice. I probably should have thought about that already. I didn't think of that. I'm gonna look into that. All right, we'll be looking into that when I'm fully awake. I'll look into all of this. Y'all finally saying something on here. All right. I better put my guard back up because these people, you know, they only tell you things so they can use it against you later. Anyway, thank you, Grandpa Irv, whoever the heck you are. I'll do that, but I gotta end the stream. Stream went a lot longer than it was supposed to. I was supposed to do a half an hour of this and then end it. But, nighty night. The stream will be up for about. Actually, I'll keep it up. I'll keep it up for at least a month and then I'll delete it. Because by then y'all will be talking about the other videos that's coming. And I swear I'm just getting started with Burnt Toast. I'm just getting started with her. That girl talks too much smack. And I'm gonna get Monty too. I'm gonna get Monty good. I just gotta figure out a funny way to do it. I got this new program that I paid for. It cost me $200. I got something for Monty. People want to laugh. Anyway, guys, I'm wrapping the video up. I'm gonna put my outro and I'm outie. Will you private? No, the video will remain up. If you're smart, you'll copy the link and put it somewhere because StreamYard, these things are hard to find for me even after the show is over. So, and I don't private my videos. What a lot of you need to understand is when there's a difference between StreamYard and going live. When I go live, and I don't have 1,000 subscribers, so when I go live, the moment the video is over, it goes straight to private for some reason. So I have to manually go into the thing and put it from private to public. I don't have 1,000 subscribers. I don't even know how the heck I'm able to live stream anyway, but they let me do it. So anyway, night. I'm tired. I need to get some sleep. Anyway, thanks, Steve McRae, for a great show. Hopefully I'll be back on there again. Do my outro and get the heck out of here. I'm tired, man. I'll end the stream.